All right, guys, every stock we are in on is moving and grooving. We had an amazing day in the market today from swing trading. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the positions we're holding, the approach, the strategy. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. And if you guys are watching and you're like, who is this guy? My name is Carter. I am a full-time swing trader in the stock market. And with that being said, we do have an amazing course, amazing community where I teach people my approach, my strategies, my mindset, everything when it comes with swing trading and trading in the markets. It's not a get rich quick. It's not alerts or anything like that. It's an amazing course. It's an 8-week course where we focus on strategies and we have quizzes. We have a final exam. It's literally like a school for trading. So check it out down below. It's awesome. And given that it's election day, code vote for 50% off, only valid for 2 days. 2 days for that code. So check it out down below. And guys, let's jump into this here. So the positions that we are in on, we have 3 trades as of right now. You know, the biggest one being KFY here. You guys will notice that before we ever place a trade here, you know, I love the expression miss, M-I-S-S, make it simple, stupid. I'm not somebody where I'm going to overcomplicate my trading. I think that's way too hard. It makes me more overwhelmed. And so for me, I love just basic trades. So with this approach here, it's very simple with this stock here that we traded. You know, what do we notice here? It has heavy support on this blue line. The blue line is what we call a 90-day moving average line, as well as if we actually draw out a trend line, right? What do we notice here? Heavy support on the trend line. You guys will see here, that's kind of a bad trend line I drew there, but you guys can see each and every time it hits this line, establishing good support, right? And then we had this downward trend as well, and it broke out through this. So why did we know it was going to break out? What did we look for? So, you know, one of the things that I looked at here was the RSI. The RSI is the relative strength index. And at the time, the stock was trading for about a 36. The last time it was trading for a 36 was back in here on the trend line and got good buying pressure. Previous to that was in here on the trend line. We had good buying pressure. Previous to that was right in here on the trend line where we had good buying pressure. So I had a really good high indication of a move. But how do you know that it's just not going to continue to sell off like this, like down, down, down? So one of the things that I look at here is I go to a lower time frame like the hourly. And what I did here is I get these moving average lines back up and I draw that out. So I draw out the trend. And that's exactly what we saw, right? You can see it just hit this and we had general tendencies of getting, you know, sell off here. And then we got in on that breakout. The stock broke out of this trend for a reversal. So now what you do is you enter, right? You enter on that breakout. You set your stop loss. So the max amount of money you're willing to lose on the trade, you know, just below the trend. And then you set your target price up here at resistance. So the risk and reward is about 3.5. So meaning I'm risking $1 to make $3 and 57 cents. So now you might be saying, well, Carter, why is that important? Well, then we go and we get a trading calculator up and then we just plan it out. So if we had $500, and imagine if we took a trade a week with 52 trades, the typical risk here is about 2%. So we're risking about 2%. The risk and reward 3.57. Win-loss percentage. Now, this you can look at your historical data and just percentage it out. So for me, it's about 50%, right? In most cases, when I buy a stock, I have a 50-50 chance of making money. But if I have good risk management skills, it's better. So after the course of a year here, your account would be sitting at $1,777. You might be saying, well, Carter, how often does that happen? Well, it actually happens quite often here. Another stock we took a trade on was Costco. You know, looking at the approach, what do we notice? Very similar situation. Stock on an upward trend, sold off down to that 90-day moving average line. You can see the support in the past there. So it sold off down to that level. That was a terrible circle. But sold off back down to that level. Then we went to the RSI, 39 on the RSI. The last time it was trading for a 39, it was back in here. And then what we do, we go to the hourly. It found that downward trend, got in on that breakout. The good thing about this one here is it broke out during the market day, compared to this where it almost broke out during pre-market, where we kind of paid a little premium for it. We kind of paid a little too much, but at the end of the day, the risk management was still there. So we got in on the breakout, set our target up at resistance, near and around 904, with our stop loss below here, right? 3.66, very, very close. So that's pretty much how you trade. And you'll notice that this stock here that we're in on is similar. It's a stock that's on a upward trend, heavy support on the hourly. We decided to take a trade, on Apple. It does also have, looking at the daily, a little bit of some support on that 90-day moving average line. So we could see a turnaround here in the next couple of days. The issue that I have with Apple as of right now is that Warren Buffett is actually selling out some of his shares, right? So this does cause a little more tension in the stock. It causes, retail investors to want to sell it and, hedge funds to want to get out of it. But at the end of the day, Apple is still Apple. And I do think with some announcements of, their phone and the AI, Apple Intelligence, I think we could get some buying pressure out of this thing. But overall, I'm excited. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and this is how you guys trade. If you want to learn more about how to find these plays, stocks, stuff like that, check out our school. Code VOTE, 50% off. So check it out. We'll see you guys in there. Take care.